All right, we're going to set up your limited liability company in Alabama. LLCs are a great way to protect your private assets from any of your business's liabilities. Maybe you've looked into some different businesses that will help you set these up for you. The biggest issue with those is they make it seem like setting up your LLC in your state is really complicated. I'm telling you, it's not. And because they make it seem like it's complicated, they charge you a lot of money to set them up. I've seen different companies that will charge $200-$300 just to set up your LLC. Trust me, someone who has set up multiple LLCs, it is not difficult at all. And in fact, if you think it is something that is going to be too difficult to set up on your own, you probably shouldn't start a business, because this is going to be one of the easiest things that you're going to do. There are much harder things to do running a business than setting up your LLC. But you're here, so clearly you are ready to set it up. So let's get started. Obviously, you need to have a name first. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty on how you're supposed to pick a name, but there are a few key elements that you need to know before you get your LLC registered. Now, the first thing with the name is that it's going to have to include LLC at the end. So if it's Bob's Plumbing is the name of your business, it has to say Bob's Plumbing LLC. Another thing too, when you're selecting a name, make sure that it doesn't have any keywords like bank, trust, nonprofit in it. You're not allowed to have that in a standard LLC. The other thing too is make sure that your business name is available. If you go to your Secretary of State website, which we're on right now, there is a section in the business service section that says business name lookup. Make sure your name isn't already taken. You don't want to do a bunch of work and then find out your name's not available. The other thing too, you got to think of is that the website domain is available for your business as well. So make sure do some searching on Google to make sure that the name you want to use isn't already used by somebody else. All right, but let's get started. The first thing you have to do is obviously we're going to the Alabama Secretary of State website. Easiest way to do that, Google Alabama Secretary of State. It'll take you right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Business Services. We're going to click on Business Services. All right, now that we're at Business Services, you're going to be looking for Business Entity Services. You're going to click on domestic formation. Domestic as in you are filing within the United States. Now, I don't know why that does this, but the next page it takes you to is domestic filing menu, which is just the domestic formation. So for whatever reason, we have to click on domestic formation again. All right, now that you're in the domestic formation Secretary of State website, there are a few different options that it looks like it's giving you. In Alabama, I guess you can register the name before you register the LLC. I've registered LLCs in multiple states. I've never seen it done this way before, which is fine. That's just how they do it in Alabama, which is great. But what you're going to want to do is you can either do it, if you want to do it that way, you can. What I would do is I would just do it all at once. And so I would just continue the application, and within the application, you're going to be registering the name as well. So continue the application. All right, now we're at the contact information page, and all you're going to do is put in all of your information. I'm going to fill this out. Obviously, I'm not going to submit this because it's just for educational purposes. All right, now that you have all that information in there, make sure it's all correct. You're going to hit continue. Now, this is the section I was talking about for name reservation. If you already have your reservation ID, you've already done this, you can put that there. I'm assuming you don't. So just put the name that you want. Billy's Lawn Care LLC is what we'll put. Hit continue. All right, now in this section, you're just going to put that it's a domestic LLC, and you're going to put in limited liability company for that. And then it just has a complete legal name here. So this kind of goes over some of those rules that I was talking about before. It needs to have limited liability company or LLC at the end, and some of the words that you're not allowed to use in that name. So from here, you're going to hit continue. All right, and this is the section that says you may choose to either reserve the business name only or proceed to the formation filing. And this is why I'm saying you can just do it all at once. So I'm going to do to file formation. And this is where you're just going to be putting in your name and address and phone number. You're going to do this over and over again. So I'll save you some time and I will just add this all in. You're going to hit individual. You're going to put in your name and your address. All right, now that you have all that information in there, you're going to hit continue. And then in this section, you're just reviewing the information that you just put in. And you certified that you did that, then you're going to hit continue. And in this part, it's going to say what county you're going to be in. And we're going to do this county since it's the first one. And then the filing options, you're going to just be doing limited liability company again. And then you're going to hit continue. All right, so the first time I registered an LLC, this part of the form threw me off. I had no idea what a registered agent was. It sounded very official. It sounded like I needed to have some degree in order to be a registered agent. agent. But essentially what the registered agent is going to be the person that's going to be receiving all the documents from your state. So all the legal documents, business documents, anything that is associated with that business that you're registering, where they're sending those documents to and who. So in this case, it's going to be you. That's all it is. You're the registered agent. They're going to send all that information, all the paperwork and stuff like that to your address. So I will fill this part out. All you're going to do, you're going to hit individual because you're just doing it yourself. So you don't have to worry about entity number. And then I'll fill the rest of this out. All it is going to be your name, your address. All right, now that we got this filled out, there's a couple of boxes you have to check. So you're just checking this box here that's certifying that you are located within the county, what you're talking about. And then you're certifying that you are going to be the registered agent and that you live within Alabama. So with those two things signed, we're going to hit continue. And this is going to bring you to the organizer page. This is going to be you as well. So you're going to hit add new organizer. You're going to hit individual. And then you're just going to put all of your information into this section as well. And then once you're done filling this part out, you just hit add, and then that information will just be right here. If you want to edit it, delete it, you can do that as well. And then you're going to go to the next part. So just hit continue. All right, in this section, it allows you to upload legal documents to this profile. I wouldn't add anything to this. Like you could add your operating agreement. The only reason I wouldn't do that is because it's public record and I don't need my operating agreement just floating around the internet. So I wouldn't put anything here. I would have my operating agreement and other legal documents on a separate cloud-based service, whether you're using Google Drive or whatever you want to use. That's where I would store those documents, a little more secure. So you can add stuff if you want. I personally wouldn't. And you hit continue. Now this is an optional business survey. If you want to do this, I'm sure it's just for the statistics for Alabama. If you want to hit, we'll help out Alabama by participating, even though we're not, because we're not going to submit this. But you can, and congratulations. Listen, if you have more than 50 full-time employees and you're just starting a new business, you have a fantastic business. I don't know what you're doing, but that's great. All right, and this page is very important. This is the summary. So make sure that your name's spelled correctly, your address is correct, your phone number, everything in here is correctly done, especially your email address. You want to make sure that your certificate is being sent to the correct email address. So you'll make sure this is all done correctly. You'll scroll to the bottom and then you'll do your electronic signature. So you just put your name, title, just put owner, and then you'll click that everything looks correct. You'll hit continue. And the main reason is you don't want to have to submit this and then go change anything. Because if you want to change anything, they're going to charge you to change anything. So make sure it's all done correctly. You'll submit it, continue. It'll take you to the page where you do your filing fee. You put in your credit card information, pay for all that. It gets submitted to the state. You'll get a confirmation email letting them know that you submitted it. And then it takes a couple of days to process. And then you'll get your certificate of organization. So once that's been submitted, you'll have your certificate of organization or your articles of incorporation sent back to you. And you'll need this in order to set up your EIN, which is the next part of setting up your business. And the EIN is the employee identification number. Essentially, it is your social security number for your business. And you need this to file your taxes, to open up a business bank account, to hire employees. So that's the next step that you need for this. And click on the link below. It's going to take you to our website, and there you're going to find a video that walks you through the process of setting up your EIN. Not only that, but on our website, we have over 30 business documents that you'll need while setting up your business and to help grow your business. These are invaluable documents that I wish I would have had when I started my business. And unlike many other businesses that will charge you hundreds of dollars to set up your EIN, we don't have any annual fees. There are no hidden fees. Everything is a pay once and you get all the information, all of the business documents, everything that you need to set up your business correctly. And I just want to say congratulations on starting an LLC. I remember when I started my LLC, the first one that I did, it was very exciting. It was the best decision I ever made. Click on the link below, check out how to set up your EIN. Check out all the different business documents that we have on there. They're all curated to help you start and grow your business successfully. That's what we're here to do.